Alright, end of the day video for my Deba. So today, I had the farmhand come out, and she and I were able to get all of the wiggle wire track installed on the side of Hoop House 6. Went very quickly, actually, although it did take us roughly 3 hours-ish, maybe 2.5 hours, I guess, to do all of that. So it's time consuming. It's not that hard, especially with 2 people, and we've kind of got it down to a science and everything. So it's gotten a lot better, and we're actually able to use the tracks that came with the braces that came with the hoop houses now, where before we couldn't. So big up on that. And so then this afternoon I was able to reconfigure. Actually, Liz and I also did the measurements and configured this front end pipe or end wall for this hoop house correctly. It has taken 3 different iterations to maybe even 4 to figure this thing out. And I realized this morning that all of it predicates on these 2 front beams, or these 2 front poles right here, and they have to be 76 inches apart, and so they need to be 38 inches off of the centerpiece. So that's where I needed to start this whole thing and not try to figure it from the ends and all of that. So once I did that, then it was really easy to then just measure up here to there, and then Liz was able to take that same measurement and measure it down here, and we did that over across that way, and then we did it over across that way. And so then I was able to come out and I rechecked it to make sure that it was right, and I worked it a little bit, even just a tiny bit, to make sure, and then put the bolts together. And that was really helpful to have the instructions say exactly what bolts need to be on there and everything. And then figured out the distance from where the hole here needs to be going across, and marking where the holes, I'm going to have to drill the holes for the end here. Also, we pulled out a couple of the pipes from the old Hoop House 3 area and brought them over here for our extensions, because these pipes are not long enough that they gave us. Even if you were to put them into the ground, they don't, you can almost see where they hit across here. Let's see if I can get it. So you can see where they would just barely go across, and they would just touch the ground. And you know, they need to go in the ground better. So what we do is we put these inserts, sleeve inserts, down in the ground farther with the rebar, and then we put the concrete in, and then that keeps the ends stable. So both ends are like that. And then when we put the strapping on, now we've got the straps that are supporting the sides, and it holds it all together. So that took a much longer time than it should have taken this afternoon, and even yesterday and the day before, just trying to figure out these numbers and everything. But I was finally able to do it, and I got it. So it should be fairly correct. Also ended up taking some more videos for Johnny's Seeds, Select Seeds, to show them what's going on in Hoop House 5. I also took video over on the other side of the farm for the future Hoop House 2 area that we're trying to grow right now. Let's see, way over there. Trying to grow some gourmet spring mix, and just having some difficulty with that, so I took some video for them on that. And then also spent a little time inside the milk barn here, rearranging and organizing. It was really a mess here, and everything was just kind of sprawled out. So what I ended up doing was taking a lot of these boxes and organizing it a lot better, and getting them over here into the corner, so that we can get some of the tools and stuff in here a lot easier, and that they can still get to the chicken feed to feed the chickens and stuff like that. So I'm just trying to get it a little bit more organized in here, a little bit nicer. So that that's nice. And so that took a little while to get those boxes all rearranged and put into place and all that kind of stuff. And that was a couple of things that I fixed in the shop, and yeah, I think that pretty much tells you what happened today at the farm.